And we are live again. Yeah,
Have
everybody's coming. Yeah, everybody there?
Yeah, I'm here.
No one's there. So we have. Oh, what can I do?
I'm here. 17 awaiting.
Not anymore. They're all there. So we've
Yeah.
got. You see comments. Can you see the comments coming in there, Alan, on the screen?
17.
Not at all. No.
Not anymore. They're all there.
Yeah.
Very excited for this. I can see that by a mini bug.
Yep, that's it. Yep. And then we've got James is movie mad. Hello. Grace is there. Then we've got movie Blu-ray collectors here. Film Geek 13's here. Jake Blower's here.
Kermit, have you got anything running along the bottom of your screen?
Yeah. I've got the white comment bar now.
Right. So I mean, what I do is I also put YouTube up so I can read all the. I mean, you got Mad Bunny, Matt V, David Beach, Irish Studios, Grace Hutchings, Movie Bug, Blu-ray Collector, Film Geek 13. They're all here.
I think your daughter's on here, Alan.
I use a separate iPad for that.
Phantom
my
Cat.
daughter.
Yeah. Hi, Dad. Like it.
Hello, sweetheart.
So is this your first live then, Alan?
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
Because
it
this is
is.
our second one. So we have no idea what we're doing here.
Yeah.
I have even less idea what you're doing.
So what I'm just going to do is basically everyone's going to come up in theory, come up with questions or any kind of thing, and then we'll just fire off. So if you can read the things that come up, like your daughter's put up there, then we'll just go with that. So I mean, the first question that came in was, how did Kermit die?
Very old age, I'd hope.
Oh, Miss Piggy had her way with her.
Miss Piggy had an out of control orgasm, maybe, then killed him.
And we've got Carl's on here. Hey, Peter and Alan. Pauline and I is in the house.
I can't.
Loads of people. And then James
Goes
has put
on a live stream.
I had no idea people were that anxious to see me live.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
you are so popular, you don't even know it.
you are very
No, I
popular,
don't.
Alan.
People respect
Who knew?
your channel. They really do.
So
You'll notice I got a different backdrop today.
Oh, that's your scratch post, isn't it?
Well, my daughter that's just commented, she's just moved out of the house, so I've got all the overspill films behind me now. So I've still got the same setup in the other room, but now I've got maybe about 2,000 films sort of lined up around the walls in this room as well. So I'm ready to build a library in here now.
Holy shit. We'll get them off the stairs finally.
Yeah.
right, here we go. Anyway, there's loads of questions coming in. Right, first one from Matt. Thoughts on the Snyder Cut new trailer, if anybody's watched it yet?
I've not seen it yet.
I have. Subtle, but looks exciting. You can't.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
But it's looking all right to me. I mean, I'm just going to buy it in 4K as soon as it comes out. I'm not going to bother streaming it.
I think the only problem I've got is it's going to be the old school TV picture as opposed to widescreen.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's going to be 4:3s, but I'm gonna, I don't care. 4 hours of Snyder, yeah, please. I'll have a bit of that.
I wonder what the decision is behind actually going for that kind of like aspect ratio. There must be some reason behind it.
It's like the Mad Max thing when it with the Chrome version. I think it's just a gimmick.
Well, did the same with Lighthouse, the Abyss, the DVD. That's in the 4:3 as well. So it's silly. Movie books, but yeah, have you watched any of those Gamera sets yet, Alan?
I don't know if you can see them behind me. No, I've not opened them yet. Been way too busy, unfortunately. I will get onto them though.
Oh, James
my
here.
kind of movie.
Hello, it's Stream
That's
Eagles,
Mr. Powell.
legend. He is.
Hi, Jamie.
You don't want me hip thrusting. As I go,
Oh, Jamie, the romantic.
yeah, the pedantic romantic.
Any Blu-ray pickups out tomorrow for you, Alan?
No new titles. I got a few from Germany come in, but actually, I got Possessor, which was I think last week's release. the odd one. David Cronenberg's son that popped that one out. That's a strange film.
Have you watched
But
it?
yeah. I'm not sure if I'm still not sure if I liked it or not. It's an odd one. It stayed with me for quite a while. So that's always a good thing. But I don't know if I liked it or not. It's a good story though. Good concept.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a movie come out of sorry to interrupt you. You know that Pinocchio one where it made about a couple of years back, and it was like used like polished wood. Just so you know, a listing for it in America, they were putting it up at nearly $50.
wasn't it an Italian one with subtitles?
Something like
That one.
I was like, Christ, that's we didn't get it 4K over here, did we?
Now, see, with Possessor, I saw it because somebody in Canada or America was in a Facebook group, and I bought the 4K code off them onto my Canadian iTunes, so I watched it streamwise. I had to watch it over 2 nights purely because of the fact of kids and whatever. I think I might have to go back and revisit it soon, but I think to me it dragged on a bit. It wasn't fast paced.
Yes, it is a very slow, deliberate film, but yeah, just something about the style. I don't like films that have absence of music. I don't know. Just something about it just didn't sit right with me.
And
It's very good. It's very good in so much as it's original and very well shot. But I don't know, just the style didn't sit well.
It's got the psychedelic scenes in it as well. When she's not to spoil it, but she's battling somebody in it, and then that's it. But the opening shot's brilliant. I love the opening bit.
It's very graphic.
Really good. Yes.
Nudity and violence.
Okay, Jake Blower says he's been looking forward to this all day. 3 legends on one screen. You consider yourself a legend?
Legend? I wouldn't say I was a legend.
I get told I'm a pain in the arse a lot, so maybe I'll believe that.
Ollie's put here, just watch Show Dogs. Thoughts if you've seen it?
Show Dogs? No, I've not seen that.
I've got it, but I haven't seen it.
I don't even know what it is.
It's one of those crappy English looking
Disney
ones.
one. Is it a Disney one, I think? No?
Can't even remember. It's around it
No, I'm thinking of Best in Show. Is it Peter Capaldi, the one that he starred in? Black comedy? I don't know, but I've not seen Show Dogs.
Okay.
No, definitely not.
No.
I could watch a film like that anyway.
Yeah, that wouldn't be for me.
Room now. You'll have a nice big room full of films. You just pick up the one you want.
You've got like a Blockbuster where everybody goes in and everyone's took all the good ones and left you with the shit ones, and that's what you've got in your thing, Pete.
Yeah, I think it. Well, yeah. Well, I used to run a Blockbuster. Oh my God, he's still got his card.
Yeah,
I used to run one. It's the size of a car showroom.
Those were the days.
James had put here about he's did a trailer reaction for the Snyder Cut.
Snyder Cut.
Yeah, he's not excited for it. I mean, I watched it and I'm thinking, I don't know. The only exciting bit I thought was towards the Joker at the end. But that's about it, really. But I still don't like Jared Leto as Joker.
I do. I think he's cool.
I didn't mind him.
I want to see Morbius.
Morbius just looked pretty good, though. That's probably why he's got the long hair in Snyder Cut, because he might be finishing scenes for Morbius because he's got long hair in that, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's been ready for a while. Right?
And Jake's put here, Alan, are you getting your Doctor Who sets?
Yes, I've got 2 on pre-order, and hopefully that's going to save me a bit of money. Been buying up the old ones, and they're bloody expensive.
God,
they are going for silly money.
Your wallet's definitely bigger than mine when it comes to Doctor Who's. I couldn't whack out on them. Can't believe some of the, was it 300 and something quid CX?
For one season, it's ridiculous.
I don't get how a Doctor Who steelbook would be like 300 odd quid. I didn't think there was that. I mean, and I'll hold my hands up. I'm probably going to get a lot of backlash, but I didn't think there was a bigger Doctor Who fan base as there is modern day than there was back in like the early 2000s, late 90s. But
yeah, it's very popular. Well, I say that the latest ones are not that going down that well. That's mainly down to the writers and being too politically correct nowadays.
The last proper Doctor Who I watched was probably Sylvester McCoy with Sophie Aldred in it as Ace, And I think one of the last episodes or West series I saw was when there were Daleks, and he went, "Oh, you can't go up the stairs," and then started levitating.
Hmm.
And I can't. And I think that was the last one that I probably like watched week in week out. I do remember when I was younger, I had the video of Tom Baker's Robots of Death, and I think that was my favourite ever Doctor Who episode.
I watched the film multiple times. You know, is it Invasion Earth where they got that big cream UFO and it's like war-torn London with burning Cribbins?
Alex Invasion of Earth 2015 or something, is it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Burning Cribbins, isn't it? Yeah. And who's the Doctor? It's forgot his name now. He was a Hammer horror actor, wasn't he? The guy who played.
No idea.
You know that one?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm quite new into this Doctor Who collecting. I've only really seen the last few seasons since Matt Smith. But I noticed they were going up in price online, so I thought I better get in now before they go too far up. And they're already rising since I've started collecting some of the box sets. They've already started going up in price.
Just pension plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got 35 people watching.
You have, yeah. I don't know why. It's so great I've been promoting these Doctor Who sets and not having to play a catch up, which is fair enough. Jamie's
absolutely.
I think they're selling these Doctor Who Christopher Eccleston Peter Capaldi Blu-ray series sets. The thing is with Doctor Who, I mean, unless you're a big fan, are you going to watch them over and over again? I mean, I've got Game of Thrones box set. I mean, I haven't watched them over and over again. I mean, I've tried to rewatch the first series after I watched them all through, but it depends if you're going to watch them. Then again, either watch them like visually or watch them when the price goes up and then sell them at that point, I suppose. That's what I'm doing with my Lord of the Rings steelbooks, is that I'm keeping them, and then once, as I keep getting them back in stock, is wait and see how much they go up and sell them, and then recoup that money, buy the normal Armory cases or whatever, and you pocketed some cash.
Yeah.
And they do look rather nice, and I don't really want to sell them at the moment.
You see, what Irish Studios, will the fact that HMV are no longer sending out replacements make you think twice before ordering from them? I've been in retail my entire life, so I know what the rules are. So, first time they fuck with me, I'll take them straight to trading standards.
Maybe they're not sending out replacements because they don't have replacements to send out.
Then they need to refund you.
I think that's what they're doing. They're doing like a refund and then you reorder.
But it was like they refused Big Paul, didn't they?
Yeah, he had a damaged slip on one of his, I think it was his Godzilla releases.
If it gets to it, you can just have mine, you know.
But that's all well and good. I mean, you got the new Bill and Ted trilogy, and they've sold out that now, haven't they? So if you've got a damaged one of those,
that's even going to come back now. That price for that, I saw somebody selling that on eBay for £100. And I thought I'll keep an eye on that because you might give me an offer. And he sent me an offer, and he went £90, and I was like, tenner. He's like, no, you're all right. I was like, right, okay, we'll leave that then.
I think it's stupid that they cut it off so quick. I never knew it was
limited. Because the amount of times you've got even like the Nightingale here is limited to 2,000, but it's still in stock at the minute. The same with the Strangers, that's still in stock.
It just made me get them all 4K or Steelbook instead.
Hey Scott, what's your favourite films of all time, guys? I think we got asked this last Sunday. Oh, it's Kermit's in shot now.
Favourite film of all time is Lincoln.
The Steven Spielberg one?
Yeah, it's Daniel Day-Lewis. Perfect film. I like American history as well, so that really helps. But
not the film American History, actually. I mean, obviously, like American History.
No, Lincoln, the film Lincoln. Yeah, I like American history in general, so that probably helps.
I have actually got Lincoln. I've never watched Lincoln. I do own it, but I've never watched it. Although I'm a big fan of history and stuff like that.
Yeah, I bought it. Sat down there.
So what does it start off? What does it start off going through the Civil War and then?
It starts off with the Gettysburg Address, and then it goes about the Emancipation Proclamation and his up to his assassin.
The slave to get rid of that. That's in there as well.
Yeah, it's all about getting the votes through for that. Well, it starts off on the Gettysburg Address, talking to some of the soldiers there, the coloured soldiers, and then all about him trying to push through the anti-slavery and up to his assassination.
Okay.
Absolutely perfection.
Spielberg as well. So anyway,
Yeah,
so yours is, what was yours again then, Pete? Something of
Kind of Wonderful.
which I've never seen. Is that an 80s?
It is. It's like a John Hughes. It's coming out February 23rd in France, and it's coming out in that 5-film set.
Right.
But we've been charged 40 quid for it, and it's $20 everywhere else. So I think I might just go for the singular and try and get it from France. I don't care about customs charges. I want that film bad.
So you got some kind of everything. Lincoln in mind, Gladiator. I think
Gladiator
is
is a brilliant film.
awesome. It's just that one scene when they go, "What's your name, Gladiator? What's your name?" And he takes his head off, and he's Maximus Decimus. And I just love the scene as well at the end when he's walking back to his wife and he's just put his hands through all the wheat fields.
Yeah,
I love that, and the music on that is just excellent. That's just what Matt V. Anyone seen the tag videos from Geek Leisure Doom? What are your top 3 actresses you have a crush on? I don't think I have a crush on any actresses.
I've got to catch up with Geek Lead in the June videos because I've been a bit lax lately. But I've got no excuses because I can get on a bus and go visit him. He works right by one of the hospitals I go to.
Well, technically, you're down the road from Alan as well.
What?
I said you're down the road from Alan as well. I mean, there's you in Southampton, he's in Brighton, and then Jim is in Bournemouth. You're all on the bloody south coast.
I'm near Bournemouth and I'm Brighton.
How far away is Southampton from Brighton, though?
Well, you're about 60 miles away. Yeah, about that, yeah.
Yeah, Jamie's about 26 further on the other way, and then we got Big Paulie all the way in the corner, haven't we?
And we're about 400 miles north.
Well, we don't recognise Northerners that much.
I'm surprised he didn't subtitles for me.
Top 3 actresses, I would say for me, Demi Moore when she was in Ghost.
Oh yeah.
Keira Knightley at any point, she's gorgeous. And what was the other one? Holly Hunter when she was around about Raising Arizona. Sort of time.
You're talking before Crash.
Yeah.
What's your top 3?
I don't know. Rachel Lee Cook, quite like her. When she was in Josie and the Pussycats, I'm leaving now. I do like Josie and the Pussycats. They've got some good songs in there. One of them is obviously called Backdoor Lover. Have you seen Josie and the Pussycats?
No.
No. Okay. Okay. I used to have a massive crush on Sandra Bullock in the Speed Demolition Man era.
Yes.
I don't think there's anybody. I mean, now I quite like Anna de Armas from like Blade Runner and Ben Affleck's ex-missus. That's about it.
I like Gemma Arterton from like Hansel and Gretel, that type of stuff. And Mary Stuart Masterson, who's from Some Kind of Wonderful and Benny and June. God, I've got to get Benny and June. I love that film. And who would be my third? Probably a porn star or something, I suppose. I don't know.
Brie Larson.
Yeah.
Not that I'm not going to list any.
Brie Larson, yeah.
Brie Larson.
I watched Captain Marvel so many times.
No, I wasn't. No, I'm not thinking about Brie Larson. I'm thinking about some other. Anyway, I'm going to move on quickly before I give away my knowledge of porn star names. Hi guys, I'm a few minutes late here. How are you guys? I will definitely get back to you on Messenger, Pete, after this. Okay, pal.
Yeah, no worries, dude. The last one he already had them both, so I told him to choose 2 different ones. I sent him all the pictures. So
James up in Edinburgh, but if you've been ordering from Germany, have you been getting any custom charges?
No, not at all. I've ordered 10. They sent them in 2 bunches, and not yet. I've never had any charges from Germany, ever.
Ian Hughes said that Momorex had jumped off eBay again, so I'll have to check that out.
What's on eBay?
Momorex are a German retailer that sell films on eBay, but they've jumped off of eBay a couple of times. You go onto their film park and there's zero there. There's usually about 20,000 titles.
I think what's doing my head in with PayPal. I haven't sold anything for ages, but I went to sell a few stuff, a few films and all that, and you can pay with PayPal, but you can't they won't pay you via PayPal. It's got to go into them, and then you've got to wait 2 or 3 days for them to clear it, especially if there's a weekend there, and you don't get the money. So by which point I'm like, well, I'm not sending. It sounds silly, but I'm not sending somebody's post or stuff to them until it's cleared in my funds, because you don't know if you're going to get it or not. But I think that the phasing out or the loss or the changing the contract with PayPal apparently. But
Very good. Also, like when I go on eBay at the moment and I look into all of these, everything's coming up in dollars, and I don't know why.
not just in the normal eBay store.
Yeah. Every time I click into
I will-
DVD, it goes over to .com.
I will say though that I've been ordering. If I do order from Germany, it's usually through Amazon, so I don't know if that makes any difference.
Yeah, that's the only way I would do it.
Never had a problem with that. Yeah.
Got another question. Thoughts on Ready or Not?
Not seen it.
Not seen it.
I think I've got it.
I always get that mixed up with Knives Out, which is a great film.
Do you know, I've got that. Still haven't watched it yet, but the cast is just amazing.
It's a good film, but it's like a who done it. So once you know who's done it, then obviously you know from then on.
You're done with it.
I remember thinking about Knives Out is the American release of that on 4K or Blu-ray. On the reverse of it, as the person who's done it as a central character, with all like the writing around it, and they're all like going in with he's in the middle. So they kind of give away the answer.
Spoiler.
Yeah, exactly. So if you have the American one, you already know who done it. Was it Ready or Not? I quite enjoyed Ready or Not. I got off Cinema Decent for £3 and all that. It's not a bad movie. Tell you what I watched last night. The Dare. It's on Prime. Have you heard of that one?
I think my wife's watching it now in the other room.
The Dare, the horror one.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah,
like
no.
the kind of chained up in a cellar or something underneath the house and all that. Yeah, I finished watching that last night. It's crap. So I hope she enjoys it better than that did.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what's that. I've got
I'm looking
any
forward
more.
to the Don't Breathe sequel. That looks cool.
If you're jumping over here, I need to get. They've got loads of questions coming in.
Yeah, let's go through some more questions so people don't fall asleep.
Here we go. What would you say is the most rewatchable series? Mine would be The Office US. I have to agree because I actually have it up there. The American Office, for me, I can watch it over and over and over and over and over again. Not get sick of it.
Probably for me it'd be Fringe.
I've never seen Fringe.
I'd probably say the US Office simply because my daughter plays it 24/7 through YouTube and all that. But I'm still a traditionalist. Only Fools and Horses I can have on in the background all day long. So that has to be my most rewatchable series, not that it's been released on Blu-ray or anything.
The thing is with the wife and I is that she doesn't do films. Unless something grabs her attention within the first 10 minutes, she doesn't do it. Like Jurassic Park, she hated when she went to the cinema to see that because you're like, oh, and there's another dinosaur. Oh, and there's another dinosaur. It's almost like the repetition she doesn't like. So she's happy downstairs at the minute. She's probably watching Corrie or watching, she's finished watching Bridgerton. So when we have to watch something, it has to be something that catches her attention that I can put in it. So with the US Office, we've been through that from start to finish twice now. I can't go wrong with it. I mean, every year we always go fa la 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 ching, which is one of Dwight's phrases in there. I've got her a picture for Christmas that says "You're the Pam to my Jim." There's just loads of stuff in there. I got her a Christmas or a Valentine's card last year. So that's ours. We could watch it over and over again. But especially with her, so very much in this house, I'm on my own when it comes to films because she doesn't watch them. So if I want to watch a film on a night time, it's either when she's out, she's gone to bed, or she might be interested in it. The only reason she watched Taken with me is because she was doing the iron in our old house and it was on, and she got into it and then she finished watching it. Other than that, she's not really bothered about watching movies. I've got to go to cinema on my own, really. Violin.
Catherine Cookson, anything Catherine Cookson, like the old English stuff. With the farmer in the barn and all that shit, she loves that.
That's my neck of the woods, isn't it, Catherine Cookson?
What?
That's my neck of the woods.
Oh, you doing stuff in barns as well, are you?
No. Catherine Cookson's from South Shields, you divvy.
Yeah, I don't know that because I don't watch them.
Oh, honestly. Jesus. We started watching the ITV drama that was on ITV, strange enough, 2 years ago called Cheat. That's just come on at Netflix with Catherine Kelly. 4-parter. That's all right, actually. We're like up to episode 3, nearly ending episode 3 of that. So that's pretty good. But yeah, with regards to the US most watchable one, it probably will be for me, The Office. James has put Arrow. What else we got in here? There you go. Lincoln is a brilliant film. There you go. Jamie's put, we all know his favourite film. Do we need to say it? It's
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I know. I was going to say something funny. You've ruined it there. What's we got? Here we go. Have you seen Glory in Gettysburg? What's your faults about them? I don't know what it means by that. I think I've seen Glory. Gettysburg is like a 3-hour epic, which I haven't seen. You guys seen those?
Yeah,
ones?
I've seen Glory, but not Gettysburg yet. That's a long
Pete?
Sunday afternoons watching it is.
Yeah. I think the only thing is longer than that is going to be this new Zack Snyder thing. There you go.
Matt V, I hate you now because you're about to cost me 40 quid. Thanks for telling me that Resident Evil 4K is an on-call shop for 40 quid. I'm going to have to fucking buy it now.
I could have told you that.
No, I didn't know
Yeah,
that. I don't look everywhere, but all 6 films for 39 quid, including shipping. Yeah, I think I'll have a bit of that. I've only got, 20 different versions? Need a few more.
What's your favourite John Hughes movie?
Some Kind of Wonderful.
There's some kind of thing. Something's going here. There's a pattern here.
16 Candles is cool.
Yeah, 16 Candles.
What was it? I don't know many John Hughes films. Planes, Trains, Automobiles is?
Yes, I think that is. Breakfast Club of John Hughes. I think that is, isn't it? Breakfast Club's a good film.
Yeah, don't you dare forget about him.
He's dead, isn't he? Isn't he dead now?
John Hughes?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think he might be, actually.
Didn't he? He's a Home Alone director, isn't he?
Let's have a look.
I was googling it.
Yeah, I was checking it out.
I'm sure he died in like 2008.
Jamie said Uncle Buck. There's a classic.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is The Great Outdoors one of his?
Might be, actually, yeah.
Uncle
Uncle Buck's appearing in pound shops. I've seen that a couple of times, but I've got it already.
Yeah, he died in 2009.
Oh,
Damn.
Aged just 59.
Yeah, Jamie Powell snuffed anything. John Hughes has snuffed it. Straight to the point. Right, I'm going to ask 2 questions that everyone wants to know. Kermit, how many subscribers you got? Because you never tell anybody and you hide it.
That's because I don't want to give people preconception as to the success of my channel.
Well, you're
I don't think it matters. I don't know. I'd have to come off this have a look. Actually, I have no idea.
I think last time me and you chatted for real, you reckoned a couple of thousand, but I thought that's got to be too low for you. I love your channel.
I think at the very least you got 1,500, and that's
got to be a minimum. Got to be a minimum, isn't it?
I'll keep you all guessing.
He's a cool man. And how many films do you own? Because I know you own more than me, and everyone freaks out about how many I got.
How many films do I own? I actually wrote this down because I thought someone might ask this. I've got to add about maybe 30 titles to, because I'm on Blu-ray.com, and the number on there at the moment is 4,750. But I've got to add maybe 30 more titles to that.
Well, you still
do it every week.
More than me, and I'm buying roughly 1,000 a year, so you need to keep it up. My mission in life is to beat you.
How many do you have, Peter?
About 4,164, I think now.
Oh, you're miles behind.
I must have it at the very most, 3?
But bear in mind, I moved to this house 3 years ago, and I had 825 back then. So yeah. I have a hard time explaining that figure to the missus without wanting to cut my cock off. But other than that,
you must get a package to the door every day.
Back in the day when
pretty much
£2.50 to get stuff from CX. 10 films for £2.50 postage. I used to have the postman come with big grey sacks full, literally every other day. I was caning it, and she was freaking out. But £1.95 per title now. They can kiss my ass. I'm never going to buy online with them again.
Yeah, I used to. It used to be when I started getting into Blu-ray. It used to be a package to come through every other day. I've stopped that now. Now it's very much a case of I went through them when we moved house to where we are now, and I sorted these all out to put them on the shelf alphabetically and all that. And I was like, I'm never going to watch that again. Never going to watch that again. I just cleared half of them all out, and then now I'm like, oh, I fancy watching that now. So when I wasn't going to watch it again, I now want to watch it again. So it'll just have to go on the Fire Stick to stream, or it'll have to be get a cheapest chip somewhere. Yeah, I don't know how many.
This is why I don't often go in for competitions as well, because I've got far too many films. I know I've got too many films, so to enter someone's competition to win their films as well is a little bit greedy. So I won't do that.
The thing is, as well though, even though you've got so many, if everybody's, we've all obviously got so many films. The thing is, we always remember whether we've got a film or not. There's never a moment where I go, "Oh, have I got that or not?" I know I have, or I know if I've sold it.
I don't know. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I always think, yeah, I've got that film. I know I've got that film, and I go and check, and no, I haven't.
And my missus used to call me the double up dipshit because every other week I was buying something I already had. That's originally where my giveaway started, because I kept buying stuff I already had, so I thought, fuck it, give it away.
Yeah, but you buy different versions of things, though.
I only have maybe 2 films that have been that are doubles. All the others are just single titles. So, like I won't have 10 copies of I don't know, Brightburn or something like that. They're all different.
I think the only time I've double dipped kind of is when buying the Marvel MCU. So I'd buy the 4K and the 3D. So at that point, then you've already got within that the singular Blu-ray. So what I did, I just took all the Blu-rays out, kept them, and I think I sold them on eBay just the discs themselves. Otherwise, I'm going to have 2 copies of them. And it just didn't seem worth it really. And then as soon as I got the Strangers Second Sight one, I sold my original Blu-ray. It's pointless having. I don't get like Pete how you have to have it like this cover, that cover, steelbook, and all that for the same film. I don't get that.
Looks like Jamie Powell's going to spill some beans in a minute.
Hang on. I'm well behind on these. Where's he put something?
Blu-ray collector, but I've got over 5,000 Blu-rays. Kermit, come on, catch up.
The room Kermit is sat in was constructed by the Romans. It was developed originally to help nuns have naughty weekends away from the church. It's all changed when they got the shit nuns from the Romans.
What?
Oh no, when they got the shit nuns with the runs. Yeah, and that's how I'm not in comedy.
In the cupboard.
Blu-ray collector says he's got 5,000. Here we go. Massive. Congratulations. Have you actually got 500? So Pete?
I've got 501 now. When I hit 500, it went 502, then went 498. So I've got some German and Russian ones that seem to put up like time-coded messages up. So I think they're just trying to bump their own shit up, then they go away.
Oh yeah, Jamie reckons you've got about 3 million subs there. That's probably what pays for all your Blu-rays.
Yeah, I reckon you've got 3 million.
It's all free.
Yeah, and all the adverts he gets paid for very discreet ones, so he just gets the money under the table, you know. I bet McDonald's is a fucking sponsor. He's lied to us. Oh, Costa.
Well, this is my sponsor. Yeah.
Crybaby, that's a cool film. Not a sponsor, but I'll kiss your ass if you send me a few cases of this. I'll tell you
that. Favorite vampire movie?
Ooh. I'm not a big fan of vampire films, but I do have a few. I'll probably go for that Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I enjoyed Untold. I enjoyed that.
Daybreakers is pretty good.
I've got one. Where is it? Which I think, have I still got here? Yeah. I think this one here is very. Oh, that one. Underrated.
Oh, yeah, that is a good film.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of Josh Hartnett, though.
That's set up in Burrow, isn't it, in Alaska? But it's
Yes.
night time for 6 months of the year.
How come we forgot Lost Boys?
Yeah, Lost Boys is in there as well.
It's before my
I think
time.
it's because I think I went over his head there, Alan. Yep.
Huh?
Yeah. The vampire movies, I mean,
I look really pale, don't I?
I did like the new. I mean, I know it's not a movie, but I did enjoy the new BBC Dracula.
Oh yeah, that was a good adaptation of that.
I enjoyed that.
So I didn't particularly go well on the third instalment, the
Yeah.
modern day section of it, but I liked it when it was Jonathan Harker at the castle, the first episode. And,
Yes, when he was actually
You know
a
what I'm
vampire.
saying now, don't you?
The undead.
I need a pee. I had one just before we came on here.
you need to wear a nappy, Pete.
God no. Don't make them big enough.
Yeah, got a commode.
Why the hell would I have a commode?
Because
back
you
in
don't
the
Pee all the time.
Back in 30 seconds.
Jesus Christ.
Talk amongst yourselves and be nice to each other, won't you?
Yes, this is fine.
Answer some questions. Movie Edges here. What's up, you guys? Right, Movie Edges, cool. Was great when Kermit surprised Pete. Yeah, that was awesome. I was genuinely speechless. Back in a sec.
Thanks.
You look like a deer in the headlights when I shocked you from behind. That didn't sound right, did it?
So anyway, Alan, since Pete's gone, I've never met you before, so it's nice to meet you. And thanks for subbing to my channel as well. Thanks for appearing.
My pleasure.
Thanks for coming on.
My pleasure.
You are our first guest.
You got Big Paulie coming at you on Wednesday. And
Wednesday, yeah.
You
Jamie
got
next Sunday.
Jamie on next Sunday.
And then the Sunday after that, we've got Movie Bug, James.
Yeah.
And then the following Sunday, we've got Robert Fett's Bounty. And then we've got Tony from Horror and Todge. And then I've got Carl from Carlinio 9 Sunday after that. So every Sunday we're booked up. I'm doing a one on my own I've got Big Paulie on Wednesday. And I'm doing one on my own on Thursday. He doesn't know, so don't tell him. Since he's gone to the toilet. With a guy called Lucas, whose YouTube name is The Filmmaker. So I'm doing that with him. But yeah, I mean, last week we did it for, I think, just an hour and 15 minutes or something, and we had like 500 views, which, considering I've only got like 108.
I always thought you had to have over 1,000 subs to do a live stream.
You do through YouTube, but because this is through StreamYard, you can do it with as many subs as you want.
Oh, right. That's good.
Which is why Big Paulie did his, because I think you saw mine and Pete's last week. And it's more interactive. We've got questions coming up all the time. Obviously, I've got to click on them each time. Oh, he's Blu-ray collector's off.
Yep. See you later, matey.
Hang on, come back to you, Jake. What's this?
My missus didn't walk in here naked, did she?
Not yet. Is this to get more viewers? You're going to get her to do that?
Yeah.
He wants to get to 600 subs now, doesn't he?
Wow.
We'll actually put my other. I didn't have my other earpiece in because I was keeping an eye out for the Ben. I think she might be asleep or the wife's with her.
Jake Blower, he's new to YouTube. He's got a good little channel going there.
Yes. Everybody go and sub to Jake. He wants to be on here. So if you want, Jake, I can get you subbed, scheduled in for April, May time. Depends, obviously, if Pete hasn't died between then. Otherwise, you'll just be with me.
I'm subscribed. You're on subscribers so far, mate. Keep them going.
Exactly.
We'll start somewhere.
Fun Geek 13 is a guy as well. And I've forgotten Jake. What's the name of Josh's channel? I think it's Josh. He's on there as well. Alex Pitt, he's doing well. It's nice that people are starting to do this, a bit like me, because you two have been like semi-pros, where I'm a proper amateur, to come in and do it. Because I only started doing this in March or whatever last year, and I did it purely on the fact of something to do and something to speak movies to. Because like I said, the wife hasn't got a flipping clue what to talk to me about. Because to me, it's either I talk about football or I talk about movies. She used to be a Borough fan, but she doesn't go to any games, watch any Middlesbrough games anymore.
Who does?
This is true. I said to me, who's a Borough fan, about no fans being there now because of COVID. I'm like, well, it's no change for you guys in Middlesbrough, is it? Because no one goes anyway. So footy and films, but she doesn't do anything. So I thought I'd come on here, and obviously this is now my third name for my channel, it was Rolfie's Real Ramblings, and it was just Geordie Paul, and I thought I'd do Magpie Movies. So except like I said to you, sounds like Magpie Music now, so people might be coming to me asking for some cheap Blu-rays or something. I don't know.
I can't believe you came up with the Flyaway Peter, Flyaway Paul. I've had that shit since I was 3.
I've had 2 channels now. The first one was called The Collector, but I gave that one up a couple of years ago. I don't know if you can remember that, Pete. You were probably before your time. And been Kermit's Ghost for, I think, about 2 or 3 years now, I think. But I did delete all my videos prior as well. So this is like a third attempt for me, but I've been on it for bloody years. It seems like it anyway.
So where did you go with Kermit's Ghost from then?
Do you know, I can't really remember where I got the channel from. I know there's somebody on Blu-ray.com called Walt's Ghost, like Walt Disney's Ghost. And I thought, well, that's a good idea. Who can I have as a ghost? And just so happened, Kermit was there in my line of sight, the one of the videos, and I thought, why not?
Do you know what scares me? When I did my last video, I put a picture up saying we're going to be seeing Kermit. And I was searching on the internet for a nice picture of Kermit. The amount of people that have got Kermit as the puppet and it got his hands holding his own ass open because obviously he's a puppet. That's some freaky shit, mate. I'm like, what the? I can't put that on my video. And he's just bent over, he's like opening his ass out, and I'm like, no, that's not. That's
well,
not
I was actually going to put that picture on for my.
You've seen it, right?
I was going to put that as a bit of my picture.
That almost scarred me for that. It's all good though. The Jamie Powell jokes are coming if you look further down.
Yeah, you're well ahead of me. Oh, yeah, Rob's put he's got a few 4Ks when he comes in. So Rob's coming in, I'm going to say 14th of March, but I could be wrong. Rob, you're going to have to remember. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. But he's going to be giving away some prizes. Obviously, what's that you got there, Pete, by the way?
That's my Skywalker saga I'm giving away tonight.
Shall we ask the question at 50 minutes?
Yeah. One thing to say is I did get contacted by some people saying that there was a delay. So, like, if I say this is the question, people whack out the answer. I mean, not fair to Kermit, he won, but
he's already got it.
Where there's a delay, it's not really fair. So, I'm going to take everyone's answers off of the live chat afterwards. And on Wednesday's live chat we're doing, and who's our guest on Wednesday?
Oh, Small Peter.
Yeah, Big Paulie. Right. That's when I'll give the winner, because what I'll do, I'll put all the names in a separate hat and draw out from there. That way I reckon it's fair for everybody. Anyone who's got shit broadband, all that, don't want them missing out. So, but you got to get the question on it as well.
So the question that you've been asked, is that the one I messaged you about?
I came up with my own question.
Okay.
But it's not film related, it's physicality related to movies. So
okay.
I like being annoying git with it, really.
So you're not going to use the question that I thought up of?
I can't actually remember what it was.
Okay, so you're definitely not using that question, are you? If you can't flip and remember it.
No, I can't remember it.
Okay, well, here's one. Let's see how many. So if this was the question, see how many people get it right. And just so you know, this is not for the Star Wars question. All right, so Pete's going to ask the question for the movie. But this was my question, was what was the original working title of Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope? So how many? Anybody coming in when he comes? No, we've only got Jamie coming in with what you call three-legged horse, a wonky.
What do you call three-legged horse? My nickname.
You wish.
There we go. See, Jason's moving TV collection. He came in first, and he's got the answer right.
Congratulations, you won nothing.
Yes.
Won nothing. Yeah.
But yeah, so that would have been the question that I said to Pete last week, and he said he was going to do it. But yeah, Aaron was coming in.
I do remember you telling me that.
Any more? Oh, Jamie's we'll try to sort out something to give away for the live. You don't have to. I know Rob is. I know Pete does it because that's what he does on his channel. Obviously, I know it's technically me organising it and you're giving stuff away because I haven't given anything away. Other than my love and my generosity of inviting Alan and all these other people on here and getting accused of being drunk on the last one.
It's merely an observation.
I had one drink and it does not go straight to my head. One drink.
Well, I'm allergic to alcohol.
Are you really?
Yeah. I'm allergic to alcohol. So it makes me a cheap date, but I'm allergic to alcohol. Just another thing that will drop off at me at some point, you know.
So what happens when you do have alcohol then?
Gets drunk.
My face comes up like a Batman mask.
You what? Your face? What?
Well, my face comes out here.
So you look like the Elephant Man.
I've got to see that, Pete. I've got to see that.
Well, send me a 50-year-old bottle of whiskey and then I'll show you.
Tell you what, why don't we next week on the stream with Jamie? Why don't we have a sip of alcohol and we can watch it live as it happens?
Because you'll see.
Get loads of viewers for that.
That's what you'll see.
That's right. Then I'll cut your stream off and me and Jamie can finish it. It'll be fine.
I'm going to call 999. Thanks.
Jake, Paul, that stream you set is really nice. What do you think?
I do like
honestly,
that.
Jake, it's really nice. That's
I
it.
want the
I don't have to
sequel.
see on that.
Very nice.
What else? Phantom Cow. Oh, there's your daughter again. Enjoying this live stream with a nice glass of bubbly.
I got a nice picture of you here, my dear. Do you want me to show it? I'll just wait for a replay.
Is that her? Is that her face on the word there?
Yeah, yes, so I'll show you. Look at that.
Oh.
Keep the comments clean, guys. Respect the man. Respect the man.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry, too late. Your picture's on the comment, so I thought, why not?
Yeah,
this is true. So have you got all your family watching it, Alan? Is that how you got so many subs? Is it just all your family?
One of my daughters. My wife's watching a film. My son's downstairs playing Xbox or whatever, and my other daughter's watching TV upstairs.
So just to confirm, she said no, and she said
okay.
Frig.
Okay.
Frig. My daughter's playing Minecraft with a couple of mates online and threatening to kick the hell out of a boy who called her a name earlier. My missus is just going to chill in bed after a nice shower, and I'm left to do the washing up.
As it should be. It's Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I got her some orchids earlier. You know, no cheap red roses for me.
You got the symbol of death.
Well, she wishes on me enough, so I thought I'd get something back. You know.
Brilliant. So happy birthday. So is it Happy Valentine's Day? I love you. Hope you wish you were dead.
Yeah, because she saw what my pension's worth. Not a sponsor yet.
Oh, Land of the Dead's out tomorrow. Anybody picking up? That's the one with what's his face in it? Guy from why do I keep forgetting his name?
Now, you were saying earlier that you know what you've got in your collection. I actually thought I had this, and I checked just before the stream, and I didn't have this. So I had to order that film.
Is it the one that's got who's the old fucker from Waterworld?
Hopper. Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper.
Is he the one up the top of the skyscraper in that? That Land of the Dead.
Got me, Pete.
Which of the Deads of the newest one is the one with the big kind of black guy who's a zombie? What's that one?
Oh, what, the one who you can see he's figuring it out in his head?
Yes, the gas station attendant.
Yeah, well, that was Land of the Dead, wasn't it?
That's what I thought.
Who's the
Dennis
guy?
Hopper, wasn't?
Who's the blue guy in Spawn? Is it not Giamatti? It's another one, isn't it?
Oh, the blue guy is John Leguizamo. Yes, him. The guy from Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, he's in that one. Yeah.
He's in everything.
He's in everything. He will not see anything. He's like Nicolas Cage. He won't see any money. Say no to money.
Yeah, he's in Vanishing on 13th Street or something, or 34th Street, and he's in bloody John Wick. And everywhere I look, he's in it.
Kick-Ass.
So Samuel Jackson. If you need a black man, Samuel Jackson will do it. Pay the bills, I suppose.
Anyway, Jimmy, why don't you start doing live chats? That's a question. Katie's even. I've told him to start them.
You tell him, Katie.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mind you, how risky is it getting that kind of wit on a live platform? What do you call him, Kermit?
Bald-headed twat from Bournemouth.
That's it.
That's the one, yeah.
I really love that. You know, I'm in danger running out.
Bald-headed twat from Bournemouth.
That is it.
That's it. I recognise that clip from somewhere. Right, Pete, you got 50 minutes. You can ask your question.
Right. It's a boring as hell question, but I don't know how many people actually know the answer. How many gigabytes can a dual layer Blu-ray hold? Answers in the chat, please. And then you will find out Wednesday's live chat who wins.
Ask it again because your feed cut out.
How many gigabytes can a dual layer Blu-ray hold? Because like
don't answer it on here. If people watch this, don't answer this on here. Come back and tune in on Wednesday. Or do you want them to send you messages? How do you want them to do it?
The messages are coming up now.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now, nobody got it right. Actually, one person might have. I knew he'd get it right. I'm not going to say who it is, but I knew he'd get it right because he knows his shit. But everyone put your answer down what you think it is, and all the right ones I'll put into a hat and draw out, and Wednesday you will know who's won, and it'll be posted to you by the Friday.
Would you like to show them the prize again then, Pete?
I'll go on then. Feel like one of Bruce Forsyth's whores on the programme. I figure I don't need it anymore. I've got,
It's a lovely prize, Pete.
I honestly think that's very generous because you can get a shitload of money on eBay or CX it.
I honestly prefer. I always like to pay it forward because, like I was just saying, I'm starting to run out of prizes. Those prizes have been donated by the kind people who watch my ugly ass. Like Ian Hughes was the first one to really send me a big package. That sounds dirty. Sent me 53 films, just to act as prizes. I mean, Movie Mad, we did a joint giveaway together. We gave away like 64 films in one pile to help promote his channel. But those had to be sent to us, and we bought a few ourselves. But there's lots of generous people out there, and I simply, if I haven't got it and I really want it, then I tell them, I'll keep that once I like it. But the rest of them, I keep rechurning and giving them away again. Pay it forward is what I always say. And I've got plenty of stuff from people before. I mean, first time I meet Kermit in the flesh, he brings me a bag of films. Never expected that. What a guy. I love it. And I love the way the community works like this. I really do. But with all the shops shut down, I'm in danger of running out at the moment. I'm trying to scrounge around and find some more because a lot of what I've got now is very similar. I've got like 3 copies of Bad Neighbours and stuff like that. Oh, I like how you got our names on there like that. That's good.
Do you know what's the next ones we're going to get then? I got the Zavi 1799 Mummy Trilogy on 4K.
Well,
that's the last thing I got.
It's up there. Up there somewhere.
And I think on eBay I won today Planet Earth. No, not Planet Earth. Blue Planet 2 in 4K.
That's cool.
Because I had the first one in 4K, watched it and sold it, as in like Planet Earth. But it's apparently the Blue Planet picture's a lot better in 4K, so I thought I'd give that a go.
Now 4K I'm not going to go down.
You don't have 4K, do you?
I don't have 4K. No, I started off with VHS, and then I went over to DVDs Region 1, the American ones, imported those. They were like 30 quid a title. And then I sold all those and went Region 2, and then sold them. Now I was up to maybe about 3,500 DVDs. Gave all them to my daughter that's commenting, and went Blu-ray. So I'm not gonna go up again.
Did you get
my eyesight's getting worse? Sorry?
PlayUSA.com.
Play.com. I remember that.
Yeah, Play USA was a little adjacent one. You get all your American stuff. I used to do that.
Yeah.
The CD Wow.
I bought a series of Frasier from PlayUSA.com. It ended up costing me like $34 including import charges. That hurt. Never did that
Wasn't
twice.
it? I think was it cdwow.com as well at that point, or something along those lines.
I only discovered that.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
Because I think they were the ones who did the majority of the Region 1 imports. Because I think I got the first X-Men import from them, I think.
It's Wow HD now.
Yeah, Wow HD is a good site.
There you go. What's the most you paid for a film?
I like Railway's not bad. I've got a few things from that. That Munich I got for like £3.
The most I paid for a single film was 120. That was Cool Runnings. It was a Disney Movie Club exclusive.
Okay. I think the most I've paid for just a single movie is the one that I had the other day. I've forgotten where I put it now. I've lost it already.
These are
that one.
Oh, those are the ones you can only get from the club.
Yeah, the Disney Movie Club exclusives.
Are they worth money? Like,
I think you'll probably pay about 30, 40 quid for this on eBay.
that's the most expensive one I've paid for single for just one.
Now, a few people are trying to hunt that one down. By the way, we've had about 9 people get the answer right so far. You know,
actually, no. I think the most expensive I've actually paid is probably Hobbit. I mean, Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
4K still looks. That's probably it. But for a single movie, it's probably that one.
I'll never get those past the misses right now. So.
Yeah, for like a box that would be probably the Doctor Who sets.
Yes.
Hey, Big Paulie's here. Hello, peeps. Sorry I'm late. Geez, you look like the Three Amigos. Yeah, thanks, mate.
Well, yeah, Stinky Tuna is trying to work out some import to the UK, and they do Australia already. And some other countries will still working out something so they can send to the UK. Yeah, because Stinky Tuna stopped sending to the UK now, haven't you? The rips that they do.
JB Hi-Fi.
And JB Hi-Fi.
Yeah, that's good news. That's good news.
Yeah, I picked up a couple of good Prince films for less than £4 each. On that took like 7 weeks to get here, but it's worth it.
I log all my films on Blu-ray.com. Okay. I'm on there. My username is FilmFan1. So if you go into, there's like a thing there. It tells you how many collectors there are and how many are in their collection. So if you go on there, I'm on something like page 5-ish, around about there.
So I thought you were going to be called Kermit's Ghost. FilmFan1 seemed very original.
Yeah. I had the FilmFan1 account on Blu-ray.com a lot longer than the YouTube account. So I just thought, why not FilmFan1?
No, see, Paul's brought it here as well. Sorry, he's also put here what we said earlier about the 4:3 format. Yeah, we discussed it earlier on, and obviously you're late because obviously you've been working.
Shame on you, Paul.
Anybody got any Blue Phantom editions?
He's got shitloads, hasn't he? Big Paulie.
He has, yeah. I don't see the point of them. I don't see the point of getting unless you really, really enjoy the film and you only ever buy one film, and that one film's going to be really, really good. To pay 130, 200 quid for a box, but why pay 200 quid when you can get it for 20?
I don't do steelbooks either.
No, I do. I'm dirty with steelbooks. I want to have a
slips.
Steelbook, normal.
No slips.
I used to have them free. No, I'm not a slip guy.
I took when I saw Jamie about 6 months ago, I took down a suitcase for the slip covers for him.
So what does Jimmy do with them? Because he might not have all the films that you gave him the slips for.
Well, that's the
I told him if he don't want them, sell them or sling them. It's up to him.
I do actually need a slip cover for what did I get you? I didn't have a slip on. Murder on the Orient Express 4K. And the Matrix 4K. So if anybody's watching this and you've got a slip cover for the Matrix 4K and you don't want it, thank you. That's just a bit of self-advertising. I'll carry on. There we go. But yeah, there's some editions they've stopped releasing them due to problems with Disney China. I'm guessing that's for Blue fans, isn't it?
That must suck for Paul. Because I know he's a big collector of them. why are you no longer on Facebook anymore? Because they threw me off. They my name on there was Kermit's Ghost, and then they said that's not your real names. Well, obviously not. No. And they said, well, we'll call you Alan Kermit's, because I had to give them my driver's license, I had to send them a picture and this, that, and the other. And they said, fine, we'll call you Alan Kermit's. It was their idea. And then about 3 months later, they said, you're impersonating Kermit the Frog, and kicked me off. And there's no way I could contact them either. They just ignored me.
The thing is, it's not like you look anything like Kermit the Frog, so I don't know how you could be impersonating him.
But I'm on Instagram as Kermit's Ghost. I think that's owned by Facebook, isn't it? The Instagram.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Makes no sense.
Ridiculous. Any more questions here? Alan, have you visited the famous alley in Quadrophenia?
Yeah, that's about a 2-minute walk from my house in a place called East Street. I did do a video in that area.
Cool.
It's on one of my earlier videos, probably about a year ago or more.
You also about a year and a half.
I don't.
That's good.
There's nothing at all. What
they do down there, like, in Quadrophenia Alley, mods come down there all the time and they graffiti, and then council go in every single week and whitewash it, and the mods come back and re-graffiti. They're just signs saying that they were there. It's like a thing. Every week is cleaned and then rewritten on and then cleaned again, and so on and so forth.
Well, imagine if they were doing that for Jordan's ass. They'd have a queue. Sign where you've been.
There's nothing in Darlington, which is where I'm living. Well, I've lived the last 10 years, of any kind of film kind of links. The only thing which is close by is Redcar Beach, is where they filmed the scene in Atonement when he goes along when James McAvoy walks along the beach, then goes past all the soldiers and then comes up. That was filmed on Redcar Beach. And when I went there about 4 years ago, the side of the hotel is run down. You could see it was all like 1940s kind of writing, but the council are painting all over now. All they've got is this little stand there with like a rifle and a helmet and a film thing saying Atonement was filmed here, and that's it.
And of course, it stars the beautiful Keira Knightley. Yeah, there's quite a few films have been done in Brighton. Obviously, Brighton Rock and Quadrophenia, Circus with the bloke who dresses as a woman now. I can't think of his name. Eddie something. You've also got Stan and Ollie. That was filmed just up the coast in Worthing, which is a half-hour walk, half-hour drive.
Is that towards the end of the film when they're doing the live outdoor one?
What, in Stan and Ollie?
Yeah.
It's when they're judging the like Miss World contest or something like that.
Yeah. They have a chat towards the side. Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I did a location film for that as well.
For anyone who knows Jason's movie and TV collection, I want if you're still on it, I want to know how many films he owns, because I mean I send all my slips to him and he's very generous and sends me a parcel every so often as well. But I mean, his backdrop is always these brown shelves and it's always full. He must have a huge collection, because every time he does an update it's 30-40 long. So if he's one he's got the Stranger's mask guy as his emblem.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you subscribe to him if you can, guys. But
Jamie, you were going to have to go and film that. What is it? They got, I suppose, a gravestone there of Mary Shelley. I'd like to see that. So get and film that next time you're at the cemetery.
But here, he said, not a bald-headed bastard. Not a bald.
Not a bald-headed twat from Bournemouth. You got to admit, Jamie's had quite an impact on YouTube, really, hasn't he? For the short time he's been doing it, he's hit the nail right on the head, I think, with the way he's doing things and his confidence in it. He's really cool.
Yeah, but he's so not sure of himself as well, and you know he should be. He really should be. He's got a great personality.
Yeah, I can honestly say I've never met Jamie. Obviously, I'll be meeting him next Sunday, but I think he seems to be a nice guy. He loves his wife, loves his movies, and I couldn't say a bad word about him. I think personally that the video that he does is his humour to a T, and I think it's great how he is able to pass himself off and not be this character or whatever. And I think he's going to be exactly how he is when I meet him on Sunday. Obviously, you guys have already met him, but obviously I haven't.
The only thing I want him to drop is your name's right here when he does that across the screen with his hand. That freaks me out. I don't know, his voice gets.
We've all got our catchphrases.
Bald-headed bastard.
Have a catchphrase.
Bald-headed twat.
Need to get one.
I know. Only thing I do is when I open my videos is go, "Alright," and that's it. It's not really a catchphrase. It's almost like I'm nicking it off Ant and Deck.
What was Paul saying about someone buried at Dover Castle? No, Hamlet was filmed at Dover Castle.
This one here.
Yes, you need to go and visit that castle, Paul. You've been saying it for bloody years now. You need to get there and film something. And
Solo
one as well.
Fawley's by me, and they filmed Solo there.
Scarlett Johansson was there. Ooh.
Here we go. Here's a question for you, then, Alan.
What's my favourite H&V Premium Collection movie? Ooh, there's so many.
That's what
that's a lot because there's like 135 now. King Kong springs to mind. Scanner Darkly is a good one. Saw that at the cinema. Oh, there's loads. I couldn't choose one. It's like choosing between my children.
They got 2 for 15 and 2 for 25 going on at the moment.
It's true.
Yeah,
you're right there. Choosing between your children. I mean, I've got a favourite, but I'm not going to say which one it is. And it's definitely not the
favourite child?
Yeah. So, one's a twat and one isn't. And I know which one I like. Oh. No, she's asleep. We're all right.
My favourite premium is number 1 because he sent it to me.
Well, I thought you should start at the beginning, Pete.
Yeah, and the other four. Well, I've got another one on the way, but I can't remember which one. What was it's called?
And of course, Ghost. Ghost is part of the premium set now, and that's got the beautiful Demi Moore.
Wow.
Aren't they doing Cagney's Starface is coming out next week or something?
Yes, it is. That's out in a few weeks.
I fancy get that. The only ones I've got is Gremlins 2, 10 Commandments, and Munich, I think, are the only ones I've got.
Yeah, all good films.
But I'm not really that bothered about getting them.
I wasn't to start with.
Jason's movie TV collection says he's got less than 3,000 Blu-rays. That surprises me.
There you go. James Willish's Peaky Blinders filmed at Black Country Museum, and so were parts of Stan and Ollie.
What's Jamie's answer to me criticising him doing that? Blu-ray Bullet Brick, your name is here. He's put on the comment.
What do I think of Bristol? I lived in Bristol for 17 years. So I'm born and bred.
I have a story about Bristol.
We won't hold that against you.
I grew up in Bristol. I went to Lawrence Western Mixed Comprehensive. Had my first job in Bristol, and love Bristol.
I have a story about Bristol. We went
family though.
I've only been to Bristol once because it was my mate's stag do, and we were staying in Bristol because we were going to the Cardiff Millennium Stadium for a rugby match for your stag do. And there's a Brewdog pub there, and then we walk up from the Brewdog pub, which is next to a bridge and a river, and he goes up to the indoor market, and the indoor market did this best pulled pork sandwich I've ever had in my life. And the wife goes, "Are you still going on?" She's listening now. She goes, "Are you still going on about this? This was like 6 years ago." So if anybody goes there, they do their own, coleslaw goes on the top. It's not film related, I know, but that's my Bristol story. So apologies. I know one of our friends got dressed up fancy dress. Stag went as Freddie Mercury, and one of our friends is black. Got dressed up as Axl Rose, so they called him Blaxl Rose. There you go. Interesting story for you.
I went down to Bristol recently, and the school I attended in Lawrence Western has been turned into an Audi, of all things. I think they'd have a blue plaque saying I was there, but no, nothing.
Kermit was here under copyright to Jim Henson Studios, close brackets, on Facebook and Instagram. Let's go back to this one.
I feel like Kermit's going to ambush me sometime next year with I've copyrighted, not a sponsor, and so you owe me about 10 grand in copyright violation.
It's surprising how many people now say that. Not a sponsor.
Yeah, but I always give respect to you when I say it.
I've got too many catchphrases.
I'll become it,
that whole thing about subscribe, it's free. Why wouldn't you? Did you come out? Did you actually just come out with it, or did you script it? Or
Yeah,
what?
no, I just come out with it.
And you thought, oh,
Same with the
I'll have a-
YouTubians. Good morning, YouTubians. That's because whenever I go up to London, I say we go up to Londinium. I always say that little, to say the old Roman words for the towns I'm going to go to. And I thought, well, you're all YouTubians, and then it just came out from there. So
I like your history lessons you give us because it takes the time to actually research all that shit. And
well, thank you, Peter.
The way you present it, it's nice.
I've really dug myself into a grave because look, this is notes. I don't know if you can see that. This is notes for like Monday's video. They just go on and on.
You're a dedicated man.
George, you memorize it, or have you got them in front of the camera when you do the record?
No, I try to memorize it, which doesn't always go well. It takes a lot of takes over and over and over before I finally get it just right.
But the beauty thing is YouTube is you
right.
could do. The thing with YouTube is that you could do like a video without any voice, and you could do the voiceover later, I suppose.
Yeah, could do. I used to when I first had a channel. I was behind the camera, just showing the films and then talking over it. So, but now I'm in front of the camera. It's obviously you got to. I suppose you can always put the mask on now, couldn't you? If you go out, you can always do that and talk and do a voiceover later. But
you could always go up to and saying you're going to see Amanda Holden's parents because you were worried about them.
Actually, no, I tell a lie. What's around the corner from me is Barnard Castle. Barnard Castle. We all know who was there, don't we?
No.
Oh, God. What do you call him? Cummins, whatever his name was.
Alan Cummins.
Yeah, no, man.
Dominic Cummings.
That's him.
That arrogant prick with glasses. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah. Well, he went to see Mother
I'm
and
giving
family
you
in
yours,
Barnard Castle.
Yeah, I don't have to do it. Got to use a ballon, he was.
Right, we'll have to go. We've got loads of people asking questions here, and we're just chatting on. If you had to be trapped in the lift with a celebrity, who would it be and why? Alan. Demi Moore because she's lush. Pete.
Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise.
Cameron Diaz, and I'll convince her to sit on my face.
That's an unusual plan there, Pete.
Being honest.
Yeah, I think I would. I can't even respond after that because probably YouTube's going to take the video down now that you said that. And I have to put, is this for kids only? No, it's fine. Yeah, kids can watch it. Yeah. For me, it would probably be in a celebrity lift. It would probably be one or two people. Kelly Brook because it's Kelly Brook, and the second one would probably be John Lennon, just so I could have a chat with John Lennon.
We'll tell him when to duck.
You what?
Tell him when to duck. John Lennon.
Well, he got shot in the back. I don't think he could.
You still dodge a bit.
Plus, if I could be lift with him, then I think he would have already ducked because he wouldn't be dead.
I saw a picture the other day of him signing the killer autograph 4 days beforehand. It's like, yeah.
No, he signed it the morning. No, the evening that he got shot.
It was 4 days before. Oh.
Yeah, because Mark David Chapman was outside of the Dakota building, and he came back from the recording studio. No, he went to the recording studio and he signed it on the way out. And then when he waited for 5-6 hours till he returned in the nighttime, Yorker went in, and he went in and he went, Mr. Lennon, he was about to turn, and he got into his knee and he shot him 5 times in the back. There's a history lesson as well.
What a waste. What a waste.
I know. Just think how. I'm not being horrible, I mean, but he would have produced a lot better musical stuff than Ringo Starr. That's all I'm saying. But, hi guys, which films do you want the most that are not being put out on Blu-ray? Easy question. The Abyss.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, The Abyss. Yeah. Other older films like Three Men and a Baby.
Three Men and a Baby. I'll get there.
Everybody. Oh, don't see him. Oh, everybody. Peter there. The stream's decided to stop for a minute. Is everybody still here there, all right?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll do this.
Lots of comments. Hello, Blu-ray Bullet Brit. Would you ever buy 4K? What? Would you ever buy 4K film? What do you do?
I do. I've got about 128 4Ks now, I think.
We do. We had another. I'm sure your daughter came back on before now.
Got Jaws.
Could be wrong, but I'm sure.
Yeah, my player downstairs is the really nice Panasonic 4K one. Get on Zoom and get yourself that $59.99 4K player. Then you force yourself, Kermit, to get yourself some 4Ks. Your TV's 4K, isn't it?
He doesn't do 4K.
I
don't do 4K.
God damn.
Because Jamie's got 4K telly, but he hasn't got a 4K player, whereas you just don't have either.
Yeah. I've got no intention of.
If I win the lottery, I'm going to buy you a short throw laser projector with a 120-inch screen, and you're going to have it.
That's very nice of you, Pete.
All right. Imagine if you if I won the lottery this Tuesday for 150 million quid. Oh my God, the abuse I'd give the British Blu-ray scene, I'd be caning it. It wouldn't be a couple of films on prizes each week. It'll be probably a car and a couple of films each week. You know.
Big Paulie's on here. With all these shops closing down now, what do you think of the chances that HMV could fold yet again and maybe not survive a store? And you can't see Alan doing a weekly hunt from out there.
Yeah, he's more high class than that, ain't he?
Well, my local Asda don't sell any. Well, they do, but like you go in there now and there's maybe totals from 3-4 weeks ago. There's nothing current in my Asdas at all. Hopefully HMV won't fold, and if they do, then I guess I'll be doing what I do now, buying and just put more effort in showing them.
Or Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon. Yeah. Anywhere online, really.
You'll have to do less Blu-ray hunting, more historical hunting.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll have to adapt, but hopefully HMV will pull through.
Apparently, there's a rat in his kitchen. What's he going to do?
Kiss it.
No, it's a song, isn't it?
Mm.
Would you ever buy 4K films, Alan? Answer is no.
No.
Would you? If say your telly and the player broke, and also you went to buy a new one with the insurance money, whatever, and obviously majority of TVs now are 4K. Would you then get a 4K player and only buy specific 4Ks for it, like the new release that came out, but you wouldn't be doubling up?
No, if all my equipment went tomorrow, I'd buy a 4K. I'd buy a current 4K TV. I'd just stay with Blu-ray.
Is that because you just don't see the point in the price hike just because of the picture?
No, it's nothing to do with the price. I'm all or nothing. If like when I stopped collecting DVDs, I gave them all away that day to my daughter and started from fresh with Blu-ray. And it's just my mindset. If it's one or the other, I don't like mixing. It took me a long time to get on board really to start collecting TV shows because I was all about film only. And then I think my daughter actually, she got me my first TV show, and really that was quite a big change for me. But no, 4K, absolutely not.
You got basically when you go for it, you go for it. I mean, what you pick up each week is good quality stuff. You don't. I mean, I buy every bit of shit going because I want every title ever released. You know,
every title ever released.
Yeah, well, you're gonna do it. You might as well go for it.
Here's a question for you then. The film that I don't have, well, kind of have, but I don't. The Monster Squad on Blu-ray. Have you got that one?
Nope.
No, I've not got that.
I've got Monster.
I know Jimmy's got it.
Yeah, I saw Jimmy.
Monster Pie.
Monster High, did you say? Hang your head in shame.
Right, loads of questions. Have we got any more questions here? Pete, do you own 50 Shades?
Yeah,
I'll tell you who's got the biggest. The biggest collection of 50 Shades is Big Paulie. You ask how many copies he has of 50 Shades, because people were sending them in and he was going to explode them or something because he hates the film, presumably. But he's got thousands of them. He must have thousands of copies of 50 Shades.
Well, I've got two copies. I've got a digital and a normal, and I've got the other two, so I've got all of them.
There's a story about 50 Shades. I downloaded a torrent ages ago. It must have been a Chinese one for the missus to watch, and I thought, well, there's a bit of nudity in there, I might get involved in watching that. And it must have been edited because every time I got to the bit when something's going to happen, it kind of cut and then jumped to the next scene. So you'd have all this song, and the song will be cut, and then I'll be like, I go to the missus, all the dirty scenes have been cut out. So we watched it and didn't see any dirty scenes.
Chinese censorship.
There you go. What is the best or worst blind buy you have seen?
The worst blind buy I ever saw was Flash Gordon. I know a lot of people like that film, but I did not like that film.
I can understand that.
But I didn't understand the price hike for the 40th anniversary steelbook, so that's why I bought the 30th anniversary steelbook, because it come with the soundtrack and looked just as good.
I think that's one of those films that you had to sort of grow up watching, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
If you come at it from like my age and then just see it for the first time after it's been out for, 40 years, no, it just wasn't a film for me.
I'm with you. I mean, it probably is my generation, being born in the late 70s, that it was on the telly or whatever, video, Betamax, whatever it was at the time. I never got into it. I thought it was cheesy, thought it was rubbish, over the top camp. Can you quieten down in the middle?
I'm just joking a bit.
Do you have an alcohol? I know we've kind of dropped down 10 number of people watching live, but you don't have to kill yourself just to get more ratings.
His face does look contorted.
Yeah. Is that Jack Daniels in Pepsi you having?
I'm better now. Do you know my favourite blind buy? How? Have you ever seen How?
How?
I know nothing about it.
I can't remember.
Outside.
Is that the Howling?
No, How.
Most of my films are blind buys. I couldn't choose the best one.
Okay.
Yeah, another one.
Very entertaining. Cost me like £1.
I think probably the best blind buy that I've bought and then watched is probably going to be Prisoners with Jake Gyllenhaal and Hugh Jackman. That was probably and the worst one. I don't know because I specifically now buy only films that I want to see or I know or I've watched. I can't think of any worst blind buys that I've bought. Trying to think now. Have I got any? I don't think I have. Because I think if I don't like it, I'll just sell it straight away. Pointless. Which 3D film is the best in your opinion? Avatar.
Avatar by a mile, but the most impressive cartoon one isn't the actual film. It's the menu screen for it's the one where Danny DeVito plays the Lorax. Just putting that on and seeing the title screen with the lake at the bottom of it. Holy shit!
Ant-Man's a very good 3D film.
Yeah, I like that.
When he's in the bathtub.
Okay, when I went to see Avatar at the cinema, that whole it's obviously at the cinema because it's an IMAX and whatever, but that 3D experience is the best one I've ever had. That and when I went to see Gravity, the Sandra Bullock one at the cinema, not at home. This is what I don't get. If you're going to release a 3D film, don't put the bars on the top and bottom. You want to have the full picture. I hate buying a 3D film and you've got the widescreen 2:35 aspect ratio. I just don't get it because you want to have it the full picture. So Gravity was the best one at the cinema as well as Avatar. At home is probably Avatar I think is the best.
It's that opening shot of Avatar in space is really good in 3D at the cinema.
I'll tell you what, My Bloody Valentine 3D. That's good 3D at the beginning when he's in the mine shaft and he throws a pickaxe. And also Piranha 3D when you see Kelly Brook swimming naked underwater. That's not bad. I remember going to see Piranha 3D and me and my mates were like third from the front and we're watching it and it was the scene with Kelly Brook and swimming naked and my mate knocked me on the shoulder and I went, "This is the single best cinematic experience I've ever had," and I was like, "Yes, it is."
Yeah, but fish don't growl. I'm like, what the fuck's it growling for? I mean, Christ.
What are you talking about? What?
Fish were growling underwater, for God's sake.
I was too busy looking at Kelly Brook's personality to worry about the piranhas at that stage.
One of them or both of her personalities?
Both of them. Favorite horror film?
Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
Batman Forever?
Horror film, not shit film.
Probably It Follows.
I don't know. I do like the new It films, but I do like Psycho, the old horror film. But obviously, Psycho isn't that much of a horror film in today's standards. But yeah, I like the new It films.
I think It Follows, The Shining.
Oh yeah, Shining. Yeah,
Event Horizon.
yeah, that's a good one.
It better be
I'm not a massive horror fan.
Collector's edition. It's got been given it by my mate Ant.
You can buy that on iTunes for $7.99, 4K.
Oh, but fuck all, it's an early birthday present.
But I don't think of any. I'm not a big horror fan. I like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original one.
It's my weakest genre. I don't use horror. It's my weakest by a mile.
Yeah, I think that and anime for me is the weakest one.
I've got a horror. Is that the horror one? The horror poster. I've yet to start. I'm doing the cult movie poster at the moment. I've got a horror one there, and I got another one on that side as well.
I don't have. Oh, Wreck's another good one. The new Arrow release.
Yeah, all of those.
Dawn of the Dead. Would you say Dawn of the Dead is a horror? Because it's not really horrific, is it? Although it'll probably be classed as gore.
Alien. I watched Alien the other day. That's good.
Which one?
You've seen that before, though, haven't you?
Alien. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, not first time watch.
Have you seen the remake of The Green Inferno?
No.
That is pretty.
Watched it.
It's pretty. There's a scene there with a rather large guy who gets put on a table with the cannibals, and I'm going to stop there if I'm just going to watch it. And yeah, that was a bit. I'm not squeamish, but I was like, yeah, that's pretty
What
graphic.
did my head in that I saw was a Serbian film. That shouldn't have even been put on bloody disc.
Oh, have you got it?
I think that's out to buy soon as well, isn't it? They're re-releasing it.
Have you got it, Pete?
I used to own it, but it just didn't sit well with me owning it. It's like with Jeepers Creepers 3. How the fuck did he get financing to make it after what he was charged with? I've got it as part of my collection, but it's one I wouldn't have no problem getting rid of. Yeah.
But yeah, Serbian film is something that I want to see because I've heard of the reputation. But that's what I'd watch it for. A bit like Human Centipede. It's got a reputation. You want to watch it.
Yeah, I've got all three of those.
Oh, that's the actress. That porn actress talked about earlier. She's in the third one.
Is she?
In the third one?
The third one, yeah. They kind of went low budget, I'm guessing, for that part.
I've only seen the first one.
Yeah, I've never seen the first and second one.
Where's by Paulie got was Attack of the Adult Babies.
Attack of the Adult Babies.
Attack of the Best Post-Conversion 3D transfer.
Emmerdale. With Emmerdale, the Chaz's mum is in that Attack of the Adult Babies, and she's got like a tight nurse's uniform on. You wouldn't believe it. It's weird as fuck.
She's probably in it because the guy from Emmerdale, Paddy, he directed it.
Scary.
Loads of info there. I hadn't even heard of that. Oh, Halloween as well is a good horror film as well. Forgot that one completely. The original one. What is the best collection you want on Blu-ray? Thinking.
Got to be Terminator 2.
The best what? The best collecting.
I think he means what collection of movies is your best that you've got?
As a set, I don't know. That's a good question. Because I got all the Disney Movie Club exclusives, all the HMV premium line, which is a nice collection. There's 135 titles in that. Got the Gamera set, was that just behind me there? It's a nice set. Probably the HMV premium line, I would say. The most varied.
Poppy, what was your question?
Yeah, I'm going back. There you go. Here's a question for all you guys. What is your most beloved movie you have in your entire collection? You own, guys. It can be Blu-ray or 4K, and box sets or franchises.
Toy Stories. I can watch them till the cows come home.
Mine is up here. If I find it. There we go. These two. The Steelbooks of Gladiator and Ghostbusters 1 and 2. That's it. There you go. Yeah, that's it.
I would just say Lincoln, just a film I love. Recommend that.
If anybody's just tuned in, someone isn't gone into Pete's house to try and rob him. That he is actually wearing that, looking like a burglar. Actually, another thing, Pete, as well. Have you got any other coloured T-shirts?
Yeah.
Just every time we do it, you've always got a white T-shirt. Is this like the YouTube T-shirt?
I just always think that I look like a right scrubber when I've got any other colour on the camera than white.
Oh,
I don't know
another
what it is.
question. How's your
I don't actually have hair under here, but you know I'm looking a bit rough at the moment. I need to get the older out. You know.
Mine's growing back now. How's your jaw anyway, Pete?
Huh?
How's your mouth, your jaw?
Right now, I'm on about 3 ibuprofen right this minute, and a bit high on those. Probably when this finishes, I'll have another 3, and probably another 3 before bed.
Okay. So
what's happened to your jaw?
When it comes to painkillers, I'm quite the expert because I used to be hooked on painkillers years ago, and it was tough to get off them. So I only take painkillers when I really have to. I mean, if I'm taking them, I can't get to sleep or anything.
Pete, Alan's asked what they actually done to your mouth.
Just I've got like an inherited condition of weak teeth, but it's affecting all my jaw as well. So like I've got like an infection in the bone around here. I've just gone my last day of antibiotics, and they want me to do a COVID test 3 days before they do the operation to remove a load of gunk out of here, but they can't marry up the 3 day before COVID test to the actual operation. So at some point in the next couple of weeks, you're going to be seeing me with a mouth out here, and I'll be like putting cards up saying, bought this today, bought that today, because I won't be able to speak. But it's got to the point where I've gone there for over a week with barely any sleep. You know, so... A
lot of love for Alan tonight, like I have to say. A lot of love for Alan tonight.
Thanks, Paul.
Pete, you already had that one. Get rid of that. The thing is, though, there's so many comments coming in. I'm going to scroll through each one, trying to find the right one. Yeah,
Big Paulie's giving you shit. Excuse me, Mr. Robinson. I had 3 shirts for the past 20 years, so don't start picking on poor Pete with his milky white T-shirt.
To be fair, I was actually, hold my hand up, I was actually thinking of wearing a T-shirt specific for this episode. I didn't, because it's too flippin' cold. Because this room above the garage and the extension, the radiator doesn't really work, and that's why I've got my hood on, because it's a bit chilly. And I've got my like DeLorean Back to the Future T-shirt I was going to wear. Yes. So if that's the case, then I'm presuming, because Big Paulie's going to make his debut on this channel like Alan is today, but on Wednesday, he'll be going out and getting a brand new shirt for it.
Just promise me this ain't going to be your one and only time. You need to do live chats, Kermit. You're cool. Can't be a one-time thing, please.
So your white T-shirt, Pete, is like a uniform. It's your uniform, and this is your job. You see, you have to wear that now. It's what's expected. It's like Paulie. He had those shirts on. Well, I've been watching him for about 4 or 5 years now, and he's had those shirts all that time. He's changed them now, and it's not right. You should keep those shirts, Paul.
Get them framed, sign them, put them up for auction.
Yeah.
You could do that, I suppose. It's an idea, isn't it? If you get sick of a T-shirt.
I'll get the old shirt back.
You got people on OnlyFans and stuff who sell used knickers for like £1,000. Paul, you could just sign one of his shirts, put it up for auction, you could win it. There you go. If you ever need to make any money, Paulie, there's your way. Quickly moving on from that kind of thing, though. Favourite British movie?
Ooh.
I think it might be Shallow Grave. I quite like Shallow Grave. What you call the other
So
one?
many.
I keep forgetting the name of that one. What's the one with Paddy Considine when he comes back and he kills his brother's friends? I've forgotten. It's not Kill List. Demand Hughes. I enjoyed that one.
I've got to say, Notting Hill's one of my favourite British films. Notting Hill.
Yeah, Notting Hill. I'll give you that.
Watched that film 50, 60 times.
Are you talking about British finance films or just films set in England? Because you got the Cornetto trilogy and
Yeah, I would say
great
something along.
movies.
Yeah, Hot Fuzz, things like that. Yeah. Of those three, Hot Fuzz is my favourite of those three.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's so good.
I've got to be said, that's actually my least favourite of the three.
What, Hot Fuzz?
Yeah, I'm more Shaun of the Dead than Hot Fuzz. The World's End was funny, but I still prefer the first one.
I'm always torn between Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead.
It's Hot Fuzz, World's End, then Shaun of the Dead for me.
Yeah,
but
Hot Fuzz,
there's
Shaun
not
of the
a
Dead
lot in between them. There's not
No.
a lot in between them, to be fair. They're all good.
I do like Hot Fuzz. I mean, it's one of those where you go, how much in a while I'll watch it again. You start watching, you think, I forgot how good this actually is. The innuendos in there, the films things, the Point Break references, the
editing,
thing
just the editing alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Matt V has a very good point. Lock Stock.
Yeah. Guy Ritchie.
Awesome film.
Yeah,
still, that film has never been cheap, has it? It's still holding its second-hand price at over a tenner.
The Bank Job, that's a good one.
Yeah, I've got that. I've got that in Steelbook and normal. From Germany.
Here we go. Look, here we go. Already got my new super duper blinding shirt. What shall I wear on Wednesday chat though? Ooh.
Nothing at all, Paul.
A thong.
Just a smile.
Here's one for you.
And then I'll simulate scrubbing your balls with Ray.
Great. From a Titanic historian 12, what's your favourite Titanic movie?
Ooh.
Oof, Titanic.
Yeah, I'd probably go for the James Cameron one. You've got the Kenneth More one and Razor
Night
Titanic.
to Remember.
I'd probably go.
I enjoyed Razor Titanic, but nothing beats the Titanic, as it were, does it?
No.
It's a bit different for me as well, because I mean, I'm born in Southampton, and Southampton's where it left from, etc. So, a lot of people died from Southampton on that, and we've got the Titanic Museum. We've got there's a big memorial to them. Obviously, him working in the steam room and stuff. So the only thing, they spent millions putting this Titanic museum together, and no bugger goes in there anymore.
I would.
Huh?
Me too.
Been in there?
No, I said I would go. I mean, I've never been. The furthest south I've probably been is London. I don't think I've ever been any further south than that. We're
not like southern rednecks or anything like that. We're nice people as well.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be finding out since I've got you, Alan. Like I told you last video that the South Coast Mafia is all coupled together, and I'm just the northerner coming and going, "Oh, hi, how's it going?" The Australian form, it's me southern accent.
It's odd to think that I'm actually closer to France than I am to you.
This is true.
I don't like the French,
and I'm probably closer to Scotland than I am. Well, Scotland's not. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, you will be closer to France than to me.
Someone explain why one eyebrow is coming outside the hat and one eyebrow's inside the hat. I don't know how that happens.
Because you have alcohol. This is what happens. I've told you.
Yeah.
That's because you're CGI.
What you have numerous copies of? Here we go, Pete. That'll be for you because I don't have numerous copies of anything.
I average in about 4 or 5 different versions of each of the Resident Evil films. There's a fair few stuff where I always go 4K, Steelbook, 3D, and then the normal. But I got rid of most of my 3Ds because when my TV broke. But
I actually have to retract my statement because I do have all the Marvels on Blu-ray 3D and 4K, and the same with the DC ones, apart from Birds of Prey, which is shit.
I've got Suicide Squad in about 4 different versions now.
I've got 2 copies of Jason and the Argonauts. One was a HMV Premium, which I had to get, and one was an box set from Indicator, and that's the only double I think I've got.
I've been
And
sniffing
we
around
love
now.
Jason.
I've been looking at that on HMV today, Jason and the Argonauts. Classic.
That's one I used to watch that all the time when I was when my mum used to go to work and drop me off with my grandparents. Jason the Argonauts and Laurel and Hardy movies was what I was brought up on. So you've got the Sinbad, because obviously the Harryhausen did all the stop motion for the Sinbad ones as well. But yeah, so yeah, Jason the Argonauts. We've got other ones. We've got here like Dead Man's Shoes, which I said. Brief Encounter. Is that a British one?
Yes.
There's a Nazi Titanic movie.
Is it?
Apparently so. Jawohl. Hi Pete, do you spend on 4K on Blu-ray? Yes, he does.
How much money?
We already had that question.
Oof. Problem with me is I trade a lot of stuff as well, because like if I've got a decent film that I've had a couple of years and I think right, well now it's gone. I trade a lot of stuff in. Say something's worth 20 quid trading, I'll make that into 9 more films by getting other cheap ones. So I sacrifice films to get more quantity, and that's how I built up a lot of my films over the years. I do spend money on films, but I mean I sell like old computers, monitors, anything I can get hold of like that. Refurb stuff. I mean, I can't spend that much cash on stuff because I like my balls, and my missus would cut them off if I spent too much. But other than that, I just work it when I can. I haven't bought clothes in ages because everyone, when it comes to birthdays and Christmases, I'll get me a couple of films, and that's how it always worked with me.
A couple of films and a white T-shirt.
That
Do
does
you
me.
need? That's it.
My fingers are getting out of control now. They're definitely
You
getting
So
out.
just to confirm, you got your white T-shirts, right?
Yes.
Paulie's is 3 T-shirts, whatever it is, and Alan's
Okay.
with his Warner Brothers Harry Potter Studio Tours hat,
Got that over here somewhere.
and his Ray-Bans.
Yeah, it was about a
No.
year into watching Kermit that I actually found out he had eyes.
That's because I've got a cataract on one of my eyes, and if I go out, I've got to wear sunglasses. And I film usually next to a window, so I've got to wear sunglasses.
And my stepson had your surround sound system about 5 years ago. You ever going to upgrade?
Sorry?
You're going to upgrade your sound system?
I'm probably going to get a separate one for this cinema room.
What kind are you going to
But
go for?
I've got a 3D TV for this room as well, the same as in the other room. But I don't know. I've not really looked into the surround sound system yet for this room. I don't know.
Go to Richard Sounds.
Yeah, good shot.
I've got
Then
anything else
any
here.
bugs that know what they're talking about. You go to Coverage, they're like, "Oh, this one's good." They're like,
That's where I got my 4K TV from, was Richard Sounds.
I have 6 versions of The Force Awakens, Big Paulie, and Alan's captain hat.
Yeah, I don't know where that is. It's in here somewhere. I don't know. Captain Kermit. See, that would have been a good name, Captain Kermit.
I haven't got any more. Oh, combined, how many brews do you have? No idea.
Combined, well, mine's like 4,100.
What did I say mine was? I can't remember. 4,700 and about 80.
I think between us 3, we're going to top the 10,000 mark, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have that many. I'm very, like I said, I keep to what I need, and then the rest get shot off, or get told to get shot off.
I need them all. I'm like the Pokemon bitch of the Blu-ray world. I need them all.
Me too. Well,
Just ain't got the room for them. Remember, half of my stuff's double stacked already, so we're hoping to move in the next year because medically this house has been condemned for me. They said that the house is no good for my health. There's lots of things they want to put in to help me, and it can't happen in this house. Then COVID hit, so apparently I'm just sat in the middle of a house that's dangerous for me now. So,
well, now I've got this. I've got this room now to build into a library of sorts, and I build my own bookcases anyway. So I'll probably say I've got a room for about another 4,000 or 5,000 films in here.
Damn. I've got
You're
room.
gonna get. Do you have to get like a membership to come into your room now?
Yes.
No, it's like Fort Knox. You're never gonna fucking get in there, ever.
Kermit Buster. I don't know. Just
I'm gonna have a biometric system on the door so you can't get in.
Should do. The question here is 4K Gladiator worth it? Yes, purely for the sound, because the sound is awesome. Then again, the sound of the first one was awesome. That was one of my dad's go-to DVDs to test for the surround sound for Gladiator in the arena section when they do the first battle. But yeah, so anyway, right, I think because we're doing an hour and 45, gents, and I'm not trying to cut you short and be rude, but shall I call it a day there? Otherwise, I think we could go until midnight. What do you think? Do you want to do a bit more, or do you want to call it a day there?
I don't mind. I don't mind. It's up to you.
Because it is.
I just can't believe we've seen inside the sanctum that is Kermit's ghost.
So, you're doing another one later on in the year, Alan?
Yeah, absolutely. No trouble at all.
I think we need to concentrate more on people's questions as well, because I'm just fascinated talking to both of you. It's like, oh, well, hang on, we got questions as well.
I know, I keep going back.
Hopefully by then the bookshelves will be up in this room.
You can spin us around, give us a tour.
Yeah, I'll just thank everyone for their support as normal. We've had 30, 40 people in tonight as well, which I think is just amazing that people take the time out to watch my ugly ass. And well, you ain't got an ugly ass.
On Valentine's night as well.
I know. Yeah, there's a lot of single people on YouTube tonight.
Yeah.
I think that was brave of everybody to turn up on Valentine's Day.
It's my anniversary next week. Been married for 30 years.
Wow.
Happy anniversary.
You're old enough.
Thank you.
What were you, 7 when you married her?
Got a picture of my wife here somewhere. See, I'm very private. I don't usually show pictures and whatnot. This is, where is it? It's the wife.
Hey.
There we go.
You are privileged to know this now, guys.
You are.
It's nothing wrong with being private, but it's also sharing like what your passions are and stuff, isn't it? You know, like people aren't going to know what's going on in your life that much, or my life that much. You share what you want to share, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, Pete, you know what's going on in my life. I've told you.
Yeah, but it's not something I would share. Not something I'd share on social out of respect for yourself. Like, you know, you're going through some shit. Always here if you need to talk. You know what I mean? That's the way. Exactly. That's the way things need to be. Next time you probably see me, I could easily be in a hospital bed with lots of stitches coming out my gob, and I won't be able to even speak. But I'll always be on here.
That's
it. It'd be like Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
Let's get a little computer.
Yeah, the little speaking spell. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Let's call the day. Call the night. Even not even call the day. Thanks again, Alan, for coming along.
My pleasure. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for inviting me along.
That's right. Look forward to your video tomorrow with your 3-page essay on your history. Next is, they say who's next? With Paulie on Wednesday at 4 o'clock.
Wicked.
And then Jamie on Sunday.
Yeah, the Bold Bastard will be here next weekend.
Exactly.
Bold-headed twat. I keep saying bastard, it's not. It's bold-headed twat, isn't it?
We've done an hour and 48 minutes, coming to an hour and 50 or so. So thanks, Alan. Thanks everybody who's ended up watching all this. Thanks to Pete for being here. And thanks for everybody for supporting each one of our channels. I appreciate that. Especially Mr. 3 million over here at the far end of the corner, subscribers.
Let's get up to 3 million and 10. Come on.
Yes, let's do it. And like Pete said, tune in on Wednesday for Pete's answers competition, and then we'll speak to Big Paulie. But other than that, good night from me.
It's good night from him.
And Kermit off. So adios. Thanks very much. Thanks again, Alan. And we'll end the video there. Cheers. Thank you very much, everybody.
Take care. Have a good week, guys.